I'm the heavyweight champion of the world.
Hey yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy Wage, that wrestling anime gaming enthusiast. It's Sunday, the 28th of March, and y'all know what time it is. It's time to read One Piece chapter 1008. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alright, One Piece chapter 1008. Leader of the Ayama Thieves Brigade, Ashura Doji. Alright, so Ashura Doji is going to be doing some things. And on the cover, we got Robin and a unicorn. What is going on? Alright, reader request a horse. Oh yeah, it's not a unicorn because there's no horn. Alright, reader request a horse that wants to fly gets turned into a Pegasus. Yeah, it's Pegasus because it got wings. Alright. With the help from Robin. Alright. And this does not look like it's from, I mean, I guess this person could be in Japan, but that does not look like a Japanese thing. But whatever. Let's just hop right into this. Alright. So, treasure repository behind the tower. Wahahaha. I don't blame you for being surprised. Alright, let's see. Yes. Alright, please stay here. I want to know what's going on with Odin. Or this fake Odin, because this ain't Odin. Alright, so this is Odin talking. Wahahaha. I don't blame you for being surprised. I've come to the future with the help of Toki's power. The long story. There's no way. That's cap. I've come to the future with the help of Toki's power. It's a long story. There will be time for it later. Alright. Alright, so Kinemon's crying. Nekomamushi's crying. Odin. Iku's crying. Alright, so. But there's no time to celebrate our reunion, Odin says. My apologies for being late. Battle, my friends. Onward to Kaido, whom we failed to vanquish that terrible day. And Inuarashi is like, of course. What is the Kappa's name? Kawamatsu. It's like, we will join you. Ino is like,
What?
Lord Odin, or Izo, not Ino. That's Naruto. Izo is like Lord Odin. And Denjiro has his hand over his face like this. And then, okay, so Ashura Doji is like the only one like with the smart here. He's like, not so fast. He's gotta be a fake, Ashura Doji says. Kinemon's like, what do you mean, Ashura? He's right there before our eyes. Remember what Lady Toki said. Kinemon. Rizo screams. Remember what Lady Toki said, Kinemon. And Kinemon is looking and he's like, so we're going a little bit flashback. Mankind cannot, and Kinemon's crying a little bit. Mankind cannot return to the past. And so I guess this is Rizo still talking. And Rizo's like, Lady Toki had the power to go into the future, but Lord Odin died that day. If he were to travel to the future, that truth would never change. Alright, so it looks like whoever this fake Odin is grabbing his sword because they know that this is not Odin. And Kinemon's like, but, and Ashura Doji's like, I know how you feel. And then he screams, but you have to open your eyes. Ashura Doji punches Kinemon, grabs his blade, and slices at Odin and takes off like a chunk of the side of Odin's face. And Ashura Doji's like, see that? No blood. And Kiku's like, Ashura. And then whoever this fake Odin is just stabbed Ashura Doji. And then Ashura Doji's like, you know, he just got stabbed, so he's like breathing hard, and he's like, there, that makes it clear. This fake Odin just stabbed Ashura. And then Ashura's like, we all feel the same way. He's crying, he has blood coming out his nose, tears in his eyes. And then we all wanted it to be him. Now this Odin looks all menacing. And Kawamatsu's like, what a devious trick, but who? Nekomamushi's like, Ashura, it ain't him. And they're like, but his presence, his mannerisms, they belong to no one but Lord Odin. If anyone could recreate them accurately, it would be one of us. So it is you. And so Izo says anyone could recreate them accurately, it would be one of us. And Denjiro says, so it's you. And they all scream Conjuro. And then the person says, Kakaka, don't be stupid, I am Odin. And then Kiku's like, Ashura, I'm so sorry, this is my fault. I failed to finish off Conjuro for good. And then Ashura says, I don't blame you for going soft. He was our friend. And this battle just gets harder and harder, Ashura says. It says, is this only a painting? Where's your real body? And Kakaka, controlling it remotely saps so much of my strength. Remotely. And I am deeply wounded. I expect I will die in this battle. But I will die having pierced the very heart of the Kozuki clan as Korozumi Kanjuro. Oh, Kanjuro's a Korozumi. Okay, that's new. I did not know that Kanjuro was a Korozumi. Alright, so Kakaka. Lord Momonosuke is in danger, Denjiro says. And then Kawamatsu says, that's right, I remember hearing a voice somewhere saying that Lord Momonosuke was with the Kunoichi. Alright. Kinemon says, that must be Shinobu. Then we can send a messenger to warn her. And does he have a bomb strapped to himself? What is, he has like sticks, looks like this fake Odin has sticks of dynamite strapped to himself. And he lights it. And they're all like, Ashura and Denjiro notice it, it looks like. And Denjiro blocks an attack from Kanjuro, still in Odin form. Or this Odin puppet that Kanjuro is controlling. Kanjuro is somewhere else. You wouldn't be tasteless enough to hunt down a dying man, would you? Kanjuro says. And Kanjuro, the Kanjuro Odin puppet is like, stay here and fight with me. And Ashura's like breathing hard. And he's like, the rest of you, and he dives and he tackles the puppet Odin, like, the rest of you get out of here. Go and stop Kanjuro. And Denjiro screams, thank you, Ashura. And now... Yo, okay. So, remember Odin had lit like the dynamite that he had strapped in his self. The Odin puppet's like, get off of me, you great big. And he's like, never. And then Ashura screams, never defile Kozuki Odin again. And it looks like the bomb has went off, like it's like a huge explosion. I don't know, man. This was like very reminiscent kind of like Pedro. Like, is Ashura Doji dead? That's a pretty big explosion. Like last time somebody did that, like Pedro basically did that to Peril Sparrow. And Pedro died. So let's see what's going on with Ashura Doji, but this is not looking good. Alright. And the rest of the red scabbards noticed the explosion, kind of got knocked back a little bit from it. Kinemon is looking. Ashura's body is laying on the ground. Like, Kinemon sees it. Kiku's like making a face. And Raizo is like looking really upset. Kinemon is pissed and he rushes and screams Kanjuro. And then all of a sudden, Takaka become Kozuki, bring down Kozuki, and then die. It's the greatest final act my entire life, a beautiful, poignant drama. So Kanjuro, like the real Kanjuro, has actually showed up. And let's see. That took longer than I anticipated. Jack. So Jack has showed up now. And I had to break through all these flies, desperate to protect their kings. Cat Raizo. Okay, so Jack is like, I had to break through all these flies, desperate to protect their king. Nekomamushi, is he saying this? No. Right? Okay, Inuarashi is saying this. Cat Raizo, hurry on ahead. You intend to stop me on your own? King of the day. We're both injured. Sounds fair to me, does it? So it looks like Inuarashi is gonna try to fight Jack solo. Whoa, that's actually like pretty crazy if he's gonna try to fight Jack solo. And he's like, I don't choose this fight to settle the scores of the past. I choose it to keep you occupied so that you cannot create any new victims, Jack. Go and protect Lord Momonosuke, my friend. Alright, so Inuarashi versus Jack. Alright. And you aren't going to see any moons down here. Nor is there any poisonous gas. So we'll both have to make do. There's a fire in the castle. We have to douse it before it goes out of control. And go, you fools. Your mistake was betraying me, Kaido. Oh, so Orochi is not dead. Alright, Orochi is back, and he's like, I'll burn it all down. You'll all die up here in the sky where there's nowhere to run. That was the last mistake you'll ever make. I'll slaughter every last one of you. That's cap. Orochi, you cannot do anything to Kaido. Or Luffy. Most of these dudes. But apparently he's burning down the castle. The whole castle is on fire. Alright, so Team Momonosuke, now will you relax and stay there, Momonosuke? I'm sorry. So we're back to Momonosuke and Yamato. Momonosuke's still in the back of Yamato's shirt, and he's back in human form. And Momonosuke says, I'm much better at controlling it than I used to be. When I first met Luffy's crew, I turned into a dragon whenever I was surprised or sad. And Yamato is like, it really startled me. I wonder if your powers work like my father. If I could turn into a monster like him, it would be such a help to everyone. And then Yamato says, speaking of which, I hope Luffy's alright. I want a chance to beat Kaido too, being Odin and all. And then, I don't know if this is Shinobu saying this. She's like, Luffy is greatly weakened, but somehow he's still fine. That's a relief. And Shinobu's like, wait, what? How do you know that Lord Momonosuke? And we got, oh, okay, so we're back at the main fight, rooftop Onigashima. And we hear, somebody screaming. And looks like Luffy is falling or yelling. He's like upside down. And we hear, yeah. And how are we supposed to beat them? Zoro says, and he's huffing. And then Kid is like, it doesn't feel like our attacks are doing anything. And Luffy's like, and Luffy says, they're working. There's no way all these hits could have no effect. And he's like, they're just as human as we are. Luffy jumps in the air. He's like, gum gum. And did Luffy just get knocked back instantly? It looks like Luffy just got knocked back. He just got destroyed, just back into these rocks. And Zoro, Kid, Killer, and Law are all looking at Luffy like, think before you leap. And then Killer says, I'm amazed he can call them the same species as us, referring to Kaido and Big Mom Luffy, talking about they're human. And then Luffy is like pissed. He's like, what? So you're up here just expecting us to lose? And then Zoro screams at Luffy. He's like, no, we're thinking of how to win. And Law says we should peel them apart. Zoro says he's huffing and he's like, I agree. And then Kid says, with the two of them standing side by side. And then there's a dope panel of Big Mom and Kaido standing next to each other. And he's like, it just looks like we're in hell. And Luffy has a pretty dope, like, sinister smile on his face. And he's like, that suits me fine. I've been to hell and back a few times already. And Luffy's like, it's home territory. I like that. Luffy's very confident right now. I like that. And then we got Kaido, and he's like, that's it, Straw Hat. The light never leaves your eyes, does it? And and we got Kaido's definitely, he's in hybrid form. Look at that face. All right, so we got hybrid form Kaido right now. Oh yes, because he has like, the legs are looking like very kind of like dragony. He has like claws on his hand. He has like 2 extra horns like on the top. And his teeth are like, he has like the fangs in his teeth. Like, this is hybrid form Kaido. So this is dope. And he has the tail hanging in the back. So Oh yeah, it's gonna get crazy. And that is this the last page? It says next chapter hits April 4th. Yep, this is the last page. All right, so decent chapter, not too crazy. I'm glad we're back at the main fight. It looks like Ashura Doji died, but I'm not sure. The fake Odin was Kanjuro. I didn't call that on my video, but I definitely called it like other places. Basically, I think pretty much everybody knew that it was a fake Odin though. So that was not like a really big surprise. And yeah, that's pretty much most of this chapter. Momonosuke seems to be able to control the dragon a little bit more, and Yamato's kind of hinting at that maybe like Momonosuke can do the same things that Kaido can. So we might find like Momonosuke might do something like crazy in the future, or start using Kaido's like abilities to help out in battle. Who knows? All in all, that was the chapter. I hope you all liked the video. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. See y'all next week.